Aurora Emergency 911.
We couldn't find our neighbor, and we looked inside his house, and he's in his room. He's been shot.
Do you know if he's still alive?
No, he's not. His truck is also gone, too.
When we arrived at the crime scene, we went into the master bedroom where the victim was. The first thing that you would notice would be the body slumped over on the floor.
I could see that he had suffered one gunshot wound to the head, at close range. We identified the victim as 27-year-old Jason Reichart. Everybody had something good to say about Jason.
He was very well respected. He was making a good living. He was buying his home and well on his way to leading a decent life. The following day, we received a phone call from someone who said that 30-year-old Richard Paul White, also known as RP, very possibly was involved in this homicide and that he was on the run.
Be on the lookout. White male, 30 years old, 60, red hair, blue eyes.
We learned early on in the investigation that RP was camped in the Pike National Forest.
Suspect should be considered armed and dangerous.
A day and a half into the case, Lucy and Wilson get the good news. They found their suspect.
I got a call from my sergeant saying RP was in custody and said he wanted to talk to detectives. You go by RP?
Yeah. I'll give you the world tonight, but I hope you got a little time, because there's more than you know.
Limit time, RP.
The objective of the interview with RP White was to find out what happened to Jason.
Why don't you just tell us what happened?
It was an accident. We were just sitting there and we were cleaning our guns.
Who's we?
Jason and myself.
Good.
You know, Jason was my best friend. We were just around, and my gun went off.
How did it go off?
Bang. One minute we're sitting there talking, laughing, then the next minute he's got a hole in his head. I'm sorry, man. That was my friend. Then I got real scared. I picked up the shell casing and I panicked. I'm one friend in the world. I don't have nobody to call.
He was adamant that Jason's death was accidental. Why go through the things that he did? Why not pick up the phone and report the death of this individual you're purporting to be your best friend?
How did it end up over there?
I got his keys. And I jumped in his truck.
Wilson thinks RP's motive was to steal Jason's truck, and the accidental shooting is just a cover story.
Straight up.
I'm being
You
stand up.
didn't shoot his ass from the truck. Straight up.
I know, okay. No, I
I don't know.
I did not take his life for no truck.
I don't understand a gun going off on accident.
Can we please have a cigarette? I'm just stressing out. I can't think clearly.
Okay.
It was important to RP to be able to smoke while he talked.
Right back.
Whatever it took to keep him happy, to keep him talking.
That's when he got that first cigarette. There was a sense of finally. But there was also this subtle sense of power and confidence.
Look, this was a up, and I up with Jason. That was a mistake. But I am a killer. I've killed 3 other people.
I never have been in an interview before where somebody came out and number one said, yes, I did this crime, and then go on to tell you about more that they committed. It was a big deal.
The detectives must change the focus of the interrogation.
Who's the 3 other people?
Dark-haired women, younger, thin.
You know, if this guy is telling the truth, let's get as much detail as we can because I may never have another chance.
Lucy and Wilson now focus exclusively on these new murders.
Tell me what happened.
I picked up this girl.
Did she give you a name or?
She did, and I don't remember.
So what happened after you picked her up?
I said, how much to go home with me for a little bit? I said, I got $60. Will that do it? I said, just an hour. She says, okay. So we drove back and we went into the house.
Back where?
Tied her up and strangled her. No matter how good I am to women, I'm very good to them. They always cheat on me.
3 hours into the interrogation, Lucy decides to take a break.
It's apparent this guy has a problem with women. He's gonna feel more comfortable talking to these things. With RJ, I'm just gonna get up, leave the room, and give him some more time to build a little more trust.
I have nothing against you.
I really appreciate you treating me with some dignity.
I try to treat everybody with dignity. As long as they treat me with dignity.
Alone with Wilson, RP begins to open up and reveals details of his murders.
After you pass the line, it goes like this. There's a Y in the road. I handcuffed her, tied her feet, made her stay like underneath the stairs. I strangled her with a belt.
What did you do with the girl?
Buried her in the backyard.
During the next couple of hours, RP White gave us a lot of vivid and gruesome details about how he had killed 3 women over the course of 2 years.
How about after number 3? You said you quit, right?
There are 2 other girls. But we will never find them.
And who are these 2 other girls?
Just hookers.
RP says he dumped the alleged 4th and 5th victims in the Arkansas River, 3 hours away.
Just to verify, would you be willing to take us there?
Yeah.
After 8 hours in the interrogation room, the detectives get more information than they imagined possible.
In my years in law enforcement, I'd never encountered anything like that. Never.
With RP's help, Wilson and Lucy locate the bodies of his first 3 female victims. They were not as lucky with the remaining 2.
He destroyed a lot of lives. Jason and his life and everything he had going for him. Killing, for sure, 3 women, possibly 2 others.